look, left and right. And I couldn't stop. And at some point, I'm like, I have to go in there. So, so, and you were allowed to actually enter that land from off the track. So I went off the track, and she actually followed me. She followed me, and we went in there. We went climbing up and down. And I found crystal, and it was the whole thing. It was just, oh my God, it was amazing. It was like, yeah, wow.
Oh.
I even took another two ladies back and showed them again, and they also climbed in, and oh yeah, I gotta look, and it was amazing. Yeah. So that was really good.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're breaking up a little bit. At least that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, we can go
video,
down.
but
We've got a Wi-Fi down.
It's not bad.
Oh, that's better. Sure.
We're going to try. Let's go upstairs. We're going to try the living room. Because we might be able to get a stable connection.
Okay.
Which will be far
and
better.
Mine's good.
Speaker.
Yeah, I take the speaker.
Okay, we're just going to try. Let me flip flops.
Okay.
Happy days. So we've had a good lunch and a good day.
Yeah, we found Paul.
Nice.
We're just having the best life. I got back to Ireland yesterday.
I'm carrying boys.
Greg gets to see a bit of Malta.
Wow, yeah, great. That's awesome.
All right.
Let's try this. Sorry, let's put that down somewhere. This.
There's another plug over here.
Okay, which way?
Here, to the table.
Okay, that might be worse.
Now we're losing reception.
At least I can't really
hear
you at all yet.
You need the password.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if that's actually going to work.
Yeah, it seems to be jittery. Can't hear you or see you.
I can't see any other networks, honey.
What Air Ties is the name?
Yeah, but it isn't. Yeah. We're only going to be upstairs.
Maybe turn off the recording if you.
So we're not getting downstairs on the internet.
Yeah.
We're going to sit up here. It's the only way we're going to have it work.
Yeah, and it was working pretty well.
Okay, all right.
Okay, good.
I like it very good. It'll work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Greg.
All right.
So you had a call on Friday with Thursday.
Oh yeah. Thursday.
Yeah. On my birthday, yeah. Right. It was good. Yeah. Adanya was on? Yeah.
Yeah, Adanya was on, and she was talking about we worked on the portal in Atlanta. What? No, Atlanta.
Yeah, Alabama.
Alabama. Yeah. Atlanta's a city, right?
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Greg and Sharon were.
She did. What's that? Yeah.
You were at the beach for your birthday.
Right, we were. That was good. Yeah, it worked. We were on her cell phone. It was good.
Yeah, it was fun.
So we enjoyed that, and we went back again yesterday. But today is cloudy, so we're not going to the beach.
Yeah.
So so Adanya was channeling something from the Arcturians. I think that's what she said. Arcturian Council.
Yeah.
At least that's what I remember.
Yeah, I don't. It was some council. I don't remember which one. Yeah. Yeah, she was channeling something. Yeah. Yeah,
because that's usually where she goes. Well, I've worked with her before. The Arcturians, you were bringing up stuff with the about how to live, I think, and you guys are living that way. So it was good stuff.
They were saying that we have to live the way that we tell people to live. I mean, basically, do, and then that was
do
so
what you
sweet.
love.
Yeah, that was so sweet that Danya and Greg and Sharon, I guess all of you just said that me and you are inspirations for them to live the way that. I found that so sweet. I didn't even get to tell you that. We didn't have the chance to talk much since he came back last night. But yeah, that was beautiful, and that was so to we have to get our move on to live the way that we talk to people about.
Right.
That was the channel that Tanya got.
Basically, being examples so that people can say, you're living the life, you're talking about it, you're being that, and people see it, and they go, oh, okay, I can see how you're living and what you're doing, and it makes sense. And then it's a full example of fourth dimensional life.
Exactly.
We're moving into that. You guys are into that fully, and maybe we are. So that's great.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Yeah.
So
can I ask if you check in for Alabama, what do you get?
Yeah, I just get it's better, that it's cleaner. It's still being dawn, but there's a brighter energy there. If I check in and just ask and sense it, maybe some more to do there, but I don't know if we're doing that right now.
I just wanted to know what you're sensing, because I have the feeling that, like, you know how I said the dragons are like rolling the closing the portal. So it's much better. That's what I see as well. So but it's still it's just going on. It still takes time, but it's much better. Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I get if I tune in.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, and I was getting, so after kind of reading the Mahatma book, or going through it with Sharon a little bit more, I'm working on the thymus gland. I'm kind of bringing that up. That resonated with me to just concentrate on that space a lot, along with other things, but it was a space I'm just hitting on or focusing on and building the thymus back up to fully function. And then I feel improvement in my body, in my health, like things are shifting in my body that, I know that are needing to shift, that are still keeping me, let's say, in the old patterns, old fearful or just not good enough patterns that I still have some remnants of. Things are still, it's good. Anyway,
it's really peculiar. I've been thinking about this week and I don't know how to express it, but I'll just try speaking for now. So it's like my soul left, and it's like, it's really bizarre because my soul's left, right? So I don't have a soul connection. And that's really bizarre as a human being because I'm still here. So I don't know what that means, right? So what was that life about, right? I mean, it seemed like that life was like, it's like protecting something. Like, you got to take care of yourself. You can't be too out there. You've got to do a procedure for the earth, but that's not the only reason you're here. You've got like a second stage to your life. So what remains in my body, apparently my soul needed those conditions to do its journey. But then this higher power that's coming through doesn't.
Morning.
Hi.
Hi.
Good to see you.
So,
You too.
are you going to stay, or?
I think we'll be here soon, and Tom will be here soon.
But you could stay for a few.
Well, maybe 5 minutes. I need to go help them.
Okay.
We're at my dad's. We're cleaning it out. We got a dumpster, and we're doing the ashes ceremony. But it's raining. It rained, so we need to get out there as soon as everybody gets here.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I understand. All right.
It'll
Sure.
You're looking well.
Family coming.
Yeah.
It is breaking up the line.
What?
Let me check mine.
Mm.
Oh,
Breaking up.
yeah.
Yeah, it is a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we're good.
yeah.
No, we're okay with. Oh no, it's only 3G. That's why.
Maybe if
We're
you
on
put
kind of
the
a hot spot,
or
but it's
something.
actually working good, even though your
We're on a
VPN
hotspot
didn't work.
too.
I don't.
Mhm.
I still don't
The
understand
other
that.
side,
Oh,
maybe
either.
it's because of the
So-
wall.
Other side of what I didn't get.
Oh,
I'm gonna try it once I get
You
home,
try.
and if it's
I was gonna try it here while we're here. Maybe with my laptop again.
It's just
See
an idea.
Mhm.
if I. Well, right now it seems to be.
I mean, it was great.
I understand that it really can't be that
Mhm.
problematic.
I brought you avocado toast.
Um,
Tomorrow we're gonna go there. It's organic. I got good acai's and it's good.
but yeah, if you want to listen a little bit more.
Wait a minute. So we've got what we've got in terms of connection. So I was just stumbling through talking about my soul's journey. So the point of my soul, my purpose of my soul's journey was to do what it did, and I wasn't meant to be public. So it's like, what happens with me when my soul completed its journey is my soul went off, and I don't know why I'm still here. So as I understand it, there's a second phase to my life, which is more public. So everything about my soul's journey prevented me from being out there in the public realm because I was too terrified to do that. So what it seems is what remains in my body, like, was so important for my soul's journey, but now now I don't need it for the next phase. So I'm facing, I don't know if I can communicate any more about really what's happening, but my energy is just changing dynamically, and it's much more forward facing and much more out there. So what remains in my body, in essence, was important to my soul in its journey, but it isn't important to me or the next phase of my journey. So somehow it's like it's moving that energy. So it's like what you're talking about, Greg. It's like there are still things in my body which were required, but now they're not.
Yeah. Yeah, and isn't it more the monad taking over the I am present higher?
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel that coming in more and more to me, and I'm sure Sharon. So you have that pretty in, and the soul is not there. It doesn't need to be, as you have the higher energy already full of. It's still part of you. I mean, this. I guess it's the higher part of the higher energy of the monad that's really more direct as we're talking about that. Is that right? I don't know how to explain it, but
it's certainly more spiritual energy. It's less physical.
Yeah.
And is that where we're going? Like, all of us are getting there at some point. That is maybe, I mean, I don't know if everybody needs that, or if it's sort of, some are, you're stepping into that. That's interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
So,
I like to think that everybody's evolved in some way, Might be small way, but
yeah.
everybody.
Well, yeah, I was just talking about like our group here.
Yeah.
But David's kind of the more example of being in a place, and the soul has left, at least in your experience of that. But the soul was sort of like still incorporated in your monad, like it's still there, but it's incorporated a bit larger. Would that be maybe a way of, I don't know your experience, right? You have the experience of it, and that's really interesting. So
yeah, it's not relevant for it to stay. Like it hasn't gone anywhere bad, or like it hasn't left the universe, but it doesn't need to be here on Earth. It's like that's not necessary for it to be on Earth now. And beyond that, I don't get told as a human. It's like it's irrelevant for me to know more detail. So the monad just pushes through, and the soul removes itself at the right time, and the monad takes over energetically. And then my direct line to source of all that is, that's what opens up. So I now have this direct pathway to God and Godhood. And they keep wanting me to say Godhood. It's like allowing Godhood. It's like you are spiritual beyond belief. Your role is to interface between like humankind and what's possible, and you're just meant to be that and be here as divinity. And there is something about that for each of us on this call. It's like, how do we remain human but incorporate the divine? Spiritual is like they like the word spiritual, but the word divine has more of a true ring to what they actually entail for us.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's nothing to fear. Like I keep getting less fear. So it's not it's not a bad thing, the process that we're party to. It's like they're just pushing us through something which brings more divinity into Earth.
Yeah, which I feel is happening to me, like more divinity coming in, more of that energy. But my thought about personality about it is the soul wasn't going to leave. It would just make for the monad more space. I just have more light and more connection, and I'm just still here, but there's just so much more of that it just sort of overwhelms. My soul is not. It's got so much light and energy that it doesn't feel that fear. It just feels love, feels the connection all the time.
And I think
but I don't know. Yeah,
I think that's curious, like what you're saying. I hear it might not be what you intend me to hear, but I hear in that the soul can't cope with the amount of light that the oversoul can pass through.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Right. So the soul, because it's just, to me, it's just kind of nebulous. Okay. I'm just sort of like, okay, soul, I'm not sure. I kind of get attached. So I think, okay, well, I'm attached to that, but I don't have to be. If that's doesn't need to be here, it's still connected to it, but it can be wherever.
Yeah, I don't have a better explanation of that, Greg. I think that's really well said. If it doesn't have to be here, it doesn't have to be here. And you don't have to feel negative or loss. There's no loss associated with the soul leaving.
Oh.
Did I lose them?
Oh.
It's an opportunity to do something. Wow. It's a hard conversation to have without reception.
Yeah.
Doing quite well today. No adequate connection with the internet.
Oh, they're gone.
Okay, so podcast. Are we still there?
We're here. I'm gonna pause the recording. Hey.
So
David's just checking for the Wi-Fi because our friends where we're staying, they came home just now, so he's gonna see if we can do anything about the connection. But yeah, did you hear?
We're still recording. I just wanted to say if you guys want to.
Yeah.
We can sit next door.
We can sit next door. All right.
Get deeper connection. Get in them again. So
yeah,
it's most appropriate that we're having a conversation about connection when there isn't, and then there is, because that's a bit what it's like. It's like you're finding a new connection to your oversoul, and it's like it hasn't really been connected to this planet.
Yeah,
that takes a bit of time. It's 2 or 3 years generally for most people to make that full connection. It doesn't happen overnight. It's just not going to work that way. It's like you've got to do your soul's journey. That's got to resolve itself. You can't do that without involving your oversoul. So I think they designed this process to have us like do our soul's journey. And as we do that, the oversoul more and more comes into connection. Question?
No, not a question. I would like to add something. Because you were like before we were saying when Sharon was still there and everything that this is happening for all of us. Like you mentioned, Greg, that you feel your oversoul coming in more and more.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
as we are going through the process of accepting, surrendering, receiving all the love there is. We've been talking about this. Idanya has been mentioning the self-love part, right? And I've been like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm mainly doing at the moment when I've got like something going on. I just always go back and like, okay, what's actually like what's happening here? So all right, you're grumpy. Okay, so you know what? I love you when you're grumpy. And I love you when you whatever. And I just keep putting in all that. All right, I love every aspect of myself, everything that and of course this means like
Yeah.
right means to be aware and honest to yourself and to be like yeah willing to see that as well, those negative bits or whatever, those negative emotions, those weird whatever angry human things or whatever we want to call them, and just go in
Yeah.
there and say all right, that's okay, you got that, you're still, I love you, and yeah, that opens up all those.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that.
Yeah. And for me, it seems like there's, I get things from like the past that just needs to be released or recognized or just surrendered into, like whatever mistake or thing happened. Okay, it's okay, right? It's like you're saying, it's okay. Let it come up, let it wash through your body, let it flow through, and let the divine lift that off. So
Yeah.
help you lift it off.
Yeah, 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 exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah.
this is so important because I'm thinking today about people and how they're going through their process, and I can see it in the people that visited the site with us today. Like it's a holy place, right? And they're sat there and they're thinking, well, this isn't right. You know, some of this has been covered, it's been hidden, it hasn't been taken care of. And then you're like, what happened? Like, when did the divine masculine overpower the feminine? And what's that about? Why are we in this race to the bottom? And people get angry. Like there's a lack of responsibility, like they didn't play a role. And that's one of the things I see as curious. I'm pretty certain the culmination of the soul's journey involves taking responsibility for all that happened on Earth.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Right. We have to.
Otherwise, it can't leave.
Yeah.
If there isn't peace, if there isn't peace on this side.
Yeah, I think that's connected with what I just said with the self-love part of every bit. You take responsibility. Yes, I am the grumpy one here right now because whatever, I haven't eaten enough or whatever things happen and I get grumpy or people get grumpy and you say, okay, this is me right now. I love myself for it. It's all good. And then you have you're on a totally different level. Just like that. It's just
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, it's as simple as that. Yeah. Recognizing the emotions that your body is coming up with instead of trying to push it down and push through whatever. I got to keep going and do this and not feel these things. Well, yeah, you do need to feel them. Feel them. Take the time to feel them.
Exactly.
So then you have to have time to do that.
Yeah.
You have to say, oh, okay, I have to meditate on this. I have to sit with it. I have to let it come up. And it's going to be uncomfortable. People got to know, okay, some of it, maybe a lot of it is uncomfortable. Are you okay with being uncomfortable? Because then it helps you being more comfortable later on if you get the uncomfortable stuff out.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple, but
yeah.
you got to kind of go with that and just kind of follow your own way through it. And then get help like from others that can help you. The divine helps us, but then we might need physical people to walk us through and psychic people that kind of can see what's going on and say a few words if you need that, right? Whoever's going through whatever they're going through. Yeah, we know this. processing this old energy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Souls.
and definitely, yeah, the step to like not blame anybody else for what's going on right now, then but rather look inside and okay, what am I like, what's this about? And yeah, taking responsibility and then going from there. Yeah.
And eventually might find your role, like, okay, well, I kind of did this and I kind of did that. I know I did things that I didn't necessarily want to do. And I know there were forces there, like darker forces that kind of pushed us in that direction. But we could also made the choice to say, I don't want to do that. That's not, I don't, but there was kind of, I think we all kind of fell, this is my sense of it, but certainly I'm interested in more information that we, as the dark took over, we sort of like just kind of didn't know what to do. So now we're, oh, okay, well, this is what happened. And we're releasing all that.
I think this is particularly interesting. And what I suspect is going to happen over the years to follow is we'll find out more. But not through
exactly.
Not through our own path, because we won't get the information ourselves. Like we are going first. So we'll see the light before others. And we take responsibility whether we understand the full picture or not. So what I can tell you is like you don't necessarily know. They don't tell you to be responsible. That part is human. So there is a choice. And then you can choose to be ultimately responsible for everything. And then it just occurs. Like then the soul will leave at that point. But until that, it won't. So we're just struggling while we still won't admit our responsibility for all of it, right? We're just dealing with that. That's human to struggle with responsibility. But the part I'm really peculiarly interested in is what you're saying. It's like we're not going to see the full picture until the light has emanated out of enough individuals.
Yeah.
Because they're able
to. I've got to be okay with that.
They'll tell another story.
Yeah. We're here to hold our light as much as we can to build, as I think was build bridges to others that they can also hold their light. Then, bridges to the divine, see that what we're doing, get on the calls, do their work, do their own work, and maybe come together as like you're working with this other group that is doing some stuff, has some knowledge or whatever, and we work with others as we're guided. So it
seems to be the only way. It's like building those bridges, and we are like singular points of light currently. If you're looking at it from the oversoul perspective, bringing in the divine rays, there are singular points of light around the world, and we are beginning that. So we won't see what it all looks like, right at this time.
And that's kind of just the way it has to be, right? It's slow, but really it's fast. If you kind of think about it, where we are today, where we were, 5 years ago or 10 years ago, it's pretty fast. Yeah. And the Mahatma book written in 1990s is still relevant. That's interesting. I'm interested in more stuff like that. If you run across or have any sense of that, anyway, it's good information for people to have like a basic basis of what we're talking about here, stuff to read, stuff to, get the energy going of their oversoul, of the monad, understand this stuff. And read it, and then also feel it as it comes through, that energy to shift people.
Everything you've been told publicly is pretty accurate. Like you got to trust your heart, you got to follow your instincts, you got to be good, you got to be nice, you got to respect people. All of that, all the the books of the Tibetan, Alice Bailey, the Theosophical Society, most of that is adequate, like for the soul's journey. It's only when you get to the oversoul there are very few texts. Like there is the Tibetan will get you there. I don't know what to tell you. I've seen so few books.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we'll get to that. That's just, it's yeah, if there's more, I'm sure we'll get to that. But I do have some channeling, like they're saying I should say some stuff here. Okay.
Another
So
request.
yeah. Well, like yeah, we're talking, but they're always in the background saying,
No,
"Okay, we're ready."
yeah, super.
I think they're saying they would like more people in the group, but they're fine with us, like we're here. So we'll just go with that.
Yeah.
Do what we need to do. So
I feel
you know,
similar.
it is what it is. Yeah, is that what you get? It just is what it is. So we'll go with the ones that are here. Okay, so I have something. Ikan omean akandean buke satan itan moya sho iakande bahande kandunma iatakasam ianto moke ikande sama kando omakai ti ando shando bakande ando e semano kinda an uman se kombayan sikan buknya dan kohomyande den tohomte dan komasatan ikande ianto als omakandai shende kokeman ikan semon shoman ande kando ismakandai I human yandahan ikan demon dohomba tan komakan se inanamoy.
That's very much about this one in Malta.
Thank you. That was beautiful. So I picked up this one at the airport last night, and then we didn't have to go far, but to come to our friend's house here, and we went past a huge, massive, like I don't know how deep that thing is, old quarry it seems to be, and it's deserted and it's just being used as a dump. There's trucks and cars down there, and what people throw inside, like it's yeah. Deep. And it's deep, and I mean I was tired anyway, as soon as I had him picked up, I was like, all right, my brain seemed to be okay, mission accomplished, so shut down. And I was sitting in the car trying to drive, and I was really like, oh my God, I can't concentrate anymore. And we stopped there, and then
there are walls that beg an explanation, like they haven't been cut by humans as well, and they're massive. It's like they found a hole and then they dug around the bottom of it.
It's weird. It's a very strange place. It has things that we've seen before and others that are really
human.
Yeah.
Greg's frozen.
Greg's frozen. Greg, can you hear us?
Yeah, he seems to be moving.
Can you hear us, Greg? Hello, hello.
We are recording.
Yeah, that's okay. Oh, shoot. But that must be his connection. Hello.
Can you hear?
Hello, we're back.
Yeah, okay.
How far did you hear?
I can hear. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, just up until you were talking about the walls. I think the walls. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. So there is
deep hole walls that were not humans.
Yeah, there seems some walls. We've seen cut walls before, which are Atlantean or ancient civilization, and these weren't dissimilar, but they're bigger. So we couldn't believe it. That's why we stopped the car.
Yeah.
But then some of it's cut by humans.
Yes.
Like we just don't understand what's actually happened in this hole.
So, but I picked up something there which came back like later that evening. But like we came here and we had a little rest, and then we had dinner with our friends, and then we just fell into bed asleep. But something came back. Like I had picked up something there, and then I was lying in bed and trying to figure out what's going on. Like, and I had like a burnt baby all of a sudden, like a black bundle sort of. It was like really terrible, and I couldn't really. I was trying to make sense of what's happening and what is it connected to. Is it connected to our call and the work we did with the portal there in Alabama.
Alabama, yeah.
And like I was, yeah. But today when I told David about it, he said it. Yeah, it might have been Malta, because also I had this feeling of it was connected to rape, the whole thing I was experiencing, and and I went back like in it was the quarry, and I like, okay, that's rape of the land. And then, yeah, well, anyway, then that's how David then told me today it could be, yeah, the country of Malta, the burned baby basically. And yeah, but when you were channeling before, what happened immediately is that in this huge, massive space was a huge, massive rose flower that opened. And I put the crystal in there last night because when I figured out that I had picked up something there, I put the crystal. So now with you channeling, there was this huge filling the whole rosebud, being all rosy, and yeah, the angels and every like, yeah, I've been talking about this space last night. I told our friends about it, and I actually had an idea of what you could do so much with that space. Like you can make a climbing park. You can make the walls can be used by artists. You can like put a small kiosk coffee shop thing in there. Of course, I mean, what do you do when you're me? You just walk around and create space. Coffee shop, a happy place.
BMX park.
Yeah, you can do so many things.
Or you could just fill it with trash. Is that what they're doing?
No!
So it's Malta, right?
Great.
Yeah.
Oh,
I lost it.
Uh-huh.
And then the flower is like the rebirth of the Maltese soul.
Yeah.
And the
no, I get it.
Is the connection.
I'm just saying that's kind of where we are today. We're moving into the new way. The rose is filled with love, filled with kindness, and no, I get it.
Yeah, I'm definitely for like giving life to spaces like that. There's so many people looking for. I mean, even that there's tons of people who climb here. They do that somewhere. But I mean, you could do that as a practice park thing. You can have everyone climbing up those walls. That's huge. It's really
it's bigger than Half Dome. Well, I don't know if it's bigger, but it's massive. I'm thinking of the top of Half Dome, not the whole cliff. But anyway.
Oh, okay. Wow.
But for the rosebud, I wanted to say that's what my angel lady uses. She says like go into your heart space and view a rosebud. I don't know if you.
I think it's very symbolic.
I see that.
Yeah.
Malta.
And okay, and but it's the connection to the angels as well.
Well, I think you're holding the Maltese land. It's like somehow there's energetically you've got a role to play in Malta. So they're giving you part of Malta's energies, like to deal with, like the negative, like, for you to process.
No, thanks.
Well, that's what happens.
Yeah.
It's not your OverSoul. You didn't play a role in choosing.
I did play a role in choosing kind of everything of this life, so it's all right. Yeah.
It's all right.
So that's what
Yeah.
I'm dealing with. All right.
And we
Maybe-
honor
maybe
you for
the
that.
channel.
What's that? More?
I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, what did you say?
I just said you said something about the channel or something. Yeah.
You may have more words.
Yeah. I have more words. I always have more words. Yes, of course. To go. Yeah, but we honor you for that, for your holding that space, because I think you're right on, David. And I think, yeah. So yeah, we have more on this.
Sorry, if I may, just I was thinking that the first time I visited Malta, I would have to find out what year that actually was. I sat like on the plane going back to Germany. It must have been that time I cried. So it was sort of like, not sort of, it was clear that something had happened. Yeah.
Is that a good point to ask a question or interject?
If you want to.
Sure.
In Malta, you felt something.
When I came here for the first time in my life, yes, yeah.
Okay. And it was the first time you've been here.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to steal you and what you're dealing with as an example of the soul's journey.
Yeah, I think that's where I started picking up those energies.
Yeah, that's when you came here. Because your soul wanted you to come back to Malta.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah,
like, yeah. I can't be resolved and I can't leave this planet until you clear this land. We get sent to regions of the planet.
Yeah, right.
And it calls to us. Like, we don't have to question that. Like, even some of the people, yeah, we'll keep it to the call today.
Yeah.
But some of the people who came to the sites earlier, like, they may feel like actually the Maltese soil is for them to clear. And until they've cleared that, their soul won't be able to leave. They're always going to be frustrated.
That's good. Yeah, so I'm trying to feel into that. Like, am I here to do that as well? Like, be on the calls, clear spaces, do whatever my soul's journey is, to be this conduit that helps clear spaces, whatever. I'm okay with whatever that is. Yeah. However that unfolds. Yeah, perfect. Right.
So I did just steal
You stole something?
the conversation.
Oh my God, that's so typical.
You guys are so much.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I know. All right. Are you talking?
Yeah. Go on. Give us more, Greg.
More. Okay.
What, me? No, I'm done. I said what I wanted to say.
Okay. You guys are funny. Okay. More to it. Hane e kan mayan ohia. Ikan de mahanan okese. Shanke makan yado mai di an kope. Kande asuma. Hum ati akitan inoketa. Dokun diskan anu makatai. Shenan moya. Kando ishkande. Umay andan unke askan. Deno ishke. Honme andia. Dishan doketum. Dian termun akan. Ish an oman aton kenun onyan anyan. Sanope. Kuse atom makan yadin ditan. Desum akan yano. Tuman yadi kitan usma. Enan kenoma isando pakai. Iante makai uhuma. Yeah.
What did you think?
Okay.
Me?
I don't know. What about Greg?
It's interesting. All I'm getting is, as you were talking about the oversoul, when I'm channeling, I'm sort of more in touch with oversoul, and I don't get a lot. I just have to be. So like I said, I'm sort of my soul and my personality, and anything is just sort of off to the side, and then they come through and just channel this, and I don't really get a lot. Just that there's, just the reaction to you guys is kind of what I'm interested in. Like, okay, whatever that is, I'm not quite sure. I know it's something to do with Malta, I think, but not sure. What do you guys got?
I'm not sure what to say.
Okay, I start, and then you can come in.
Yeah.
So I had those really like the quarry, right? But it's not just square, but out of those walls, like out of those edges, came the classic trumpeting and harp playing sorry, playing angels rising up. Just in the white, all those the figures that we learned from, I guess it was the church or wherever they come from. Those angels were rising up, and like we're saying that it's supposed to be, or like anything basically, it's just love and joy, that's all. Like, and then I think there was also a big heart thing. Like, this.
Yeah.
So we need to heal that. That is healing. So that's great.
In you.
In me, what?
It's healing in you. Physically, I don't know how much it heals the earth. Some. Yeah. Because we haven't got everybody. This is a game of numbers of people to clear the planet. So I see the next.
Yeah, isn't it?
I see the next 23 years as a game of clearing planet Earth. I even see the oceans receding and us cleaning the land under the sea. Like, I see all of this. I see the powers that be allowing us to draw the ocean back so we can clear underneath it. I see millions of cleaning the planet.
But we as humans need to be a part of this, right? We need to do the cleaning and do this part so that we're connected, bringing in divine energy, holding the parts that like Alimka's doing to process it in the body, in the awareness, in the love. And
you mean physically cleaning, right? You mean actually picking up rubbish, right?
Shit.
Like,
so yeah, I'm gonna this place that just got to talk to the right people.
Right, but it starts with the energy, right? We clear the energy, then people get on board and go, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. When you say it, when you go and talk to them, they go, yeah, okay, I understand it.
Yeah.
Because we've set up the creative process. And if you talk to them now, they might go, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. But we're getting that energy going into them, and then they go, yeah, we got to get on board. We got to do this.
That's the thing with the bridges you said before.
We need to build the bridges so they get it. We're working so that other people will get it when we talk to them, right? Because we know a lot of people just kind of gloss over like a donut. They're like, what? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Give me a donut.
Like a glazed donut. It's just glazed over. You're just, I don't know. That's one of our terms. Glazed donut.
Glazed donut.
This is an American guy there sitting there, right, Greg? Sitting there talking about donuts. This is just great. This is life, people.
This is real.
This is real.
I love it. Yeah, they're just donuts.
We're just glazed like a donut.
Right. You gotta use that.
Yeah, we're all
like
glazed.
your fruits. It's sort of like
there's no hole. I mean, you can't put your finger in.
I figure you'd like that sort of your fruit scone thing, I had to do glazed donut.
No, there were no fruit scones in this conversation.
Just glazed donuts.
That's with a Kirschtorte. But
yeah,
I'm going there.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my God, amazing.
It's amazing how it comes out with humor and love, and yeah, that's what you gotta do. It's not that big a deal. Oh, okay. And then we're like, that's like a lot, but really, nah, okay, it'll happen. Divine is all on board. Just keep going, right? That's what I hear. Keep going, doing great. Yeah.
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 That's all there is to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did have some visions of divine light and things passing through Earth that I don't really understand. There's just a lot of divine light. Oh, and there was something about a cube of power. Wow, which they just asked me to hold on to for you, Greg.
I'm holding on to a cube of
Well, I've got
power.
one. I'm holding on. I'm holding on for. Yeah.
Nice.
He's holding
Good.
on for you.
Okay, yeah, hold that for me. Can you hold that?
Yeah, I do
No
my
idea.
best. It's just lighting you up over there.
Yeah, bring it
Ah,
on. Light it
you
up
feel
over
that?
here.
Yeah, yeah.
look at
I feel
him.
it.
Yeah, we're gonna turn that up.
Ooh, light it up.
Yeah,
Turn it up.
yeah, you shouldn't speak so quickly, young man.
I know.
You never know what might
Oh,
happen
yeah.
next week when it does turn on.
Like a rocket, it goes up.
Okay.
You never know. It's
I
some divine intervention, so you never know what they're going to do.
right. They give you a
NASA might
surprise.
complain.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm okay with
There's
it. I'm
Greg
trying to
Where's he going? Did he come back down? Oh,
rocket.
Tuesday. He might be down by next week.
Oh, look at him.
Yeah. Well, isn't that it? It's sort of getting, I think it's sort of getting America to take off. Like we got a lot of energy here, but it seems to be, they've definitely taken America down, but we're not out of the fight, we're just, okay, we're just down and but getting them back up and rocket. Just gonna rocket up and
Just
the
had an
whole,
idea.
so they got us. So like Alabama, they said, well, Donnie was saying pretty much there's dark portals in every state in America. So there's 50 states, that we might need to clear. I don't know if we can do, there's stuff going on like
Road trip.
that too, that we understand. Your road
Yeah.
trip. Woo, yep. Yeah. So yeah.
I spent 6 months at the Cittadella clearing a dark portal.
Yeah.
Gozo couldn't be sorted out energetically until we disappeared the dark portal over the top of it.
Yeah.
It's part of the job.
Right. So it's, yeah. And dark portals are dark portals. It's no big deal, right? We just kind of go clear them and do our thing, and it's sort of like just another day at the office, right? You just clear dark portals, right? Done with that.
That's it.
It's a new office.
Yeah,
Dark
that's
portal
it. I
clearing
consider
office.
these calls my work.
It is. It's our work.
Like,
Right.
and David was saying before, like we were talking about, okay, what's on tomorrow? Like how many things do we have going on tomorrow? I know, it's just going home. And then he said, and there will be a call. And I'm like, oh, I mean, I really caught myself with this reaction, like, I mean, I love these calls. This is like,
Yeah.
but we're running up and down streets to get to the calls on time because obviously something went time management before. But anyway, so this is my work. Let's go save the planet.
You got to bring your coffee and your lunch and let's go.
Let's go.
Get ready for work.
It doesn't need your saving.
My saving?
No.
Yeah, I'm quite fine with you saving it. I mean, it will all go squibbly dot. Like it won't be as great, but saving's a very funny concept. We just need to get our mind out of that.
I don't know what.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let's just not save anything or anybody. We do our energetics, and then things just automatically occur.
Yeah.
Because nobody needs saving. There's no being in the entire existence of space or time that requires to be saved.
Yeah.
It's one of those pitfalls of spiritual.
It's an old concept, right? We got to get out of. I mean, it's fine. It's good to say that, Alinka, that's perfect, because we need to clarify as we say things, what pitfalls did we step into? Because I think we did try to save things in the past. That's a good analogy, because we've done that, and that was also part of the fall. That we were trying to save from falling, and then we fell further because we say, I think that's what I see. We kept doing things a little bit, not divinely, but falling and saving and getting more into matter, which was good. Yeah.
So how can we say it better then if we leave the saving out?
Language is problematic with this.
Yeah.
Greg, what you're saying is very, very accurate. And Aaron used to not give me a hard time, but we used to just chat like, how can we find words that don't hurt people or offend, but say the thing without doing something which is not accurate in a divine way? It's really impossible in English.
Well, that's why they have me doing this more direct galactic languaging, right? And you're doing more your Atlantean, and then you kind of translate. So it's they got to give us the kind of direct languaging, and maybe we need to, I don't know, speak more multidimensionality, which we're getting kind of the whole concept of it. So then that you get the word saving, but that you kind of see that was like more of like a not that helpful word. And that got us. So you're right, languaging, they did give us a lot of different languages that were kind of backwards. English is not very good, right? In this. So we're using a not very good language to speak, to bring about a change in our world. Yeah. So they just have me channeling more direct. And then we still kind of translate, but we got to be careful with the way we translate this. The words that we use, it's good. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm always stumbling over my English translation.
Yeah, right. Which is okay. I mean, we'll work our way through that, is what I hear.
Yeah, as there's more light, it becomes simpler.
Yeah,
it becomes more transparent what's going on or what's being said. Yeah. So we don't need to worry. We don't need to worry. Sorry, Greg.
I was going to say, Alinka, not to say anything that was good that you said that, right? It's perfect, because it's part of the conversation that we have to have as we're moving through this stuff.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah, it just took me a while, because first I didn't get, but yeah, it's all good. It's all good. That's how we learn.
Yeah.
And I've been such a saver, that was like one of my preoccupations in life, was how to save people.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. I don't know if I did try, but that was not the way. It's not a good way. So people need to learn, you can't save anybody else. You just do your work, do your thing, be an example for others, help others, but you can't save them or anything, really. As we said, we're clearing things, right? We're opening up things to the light. We're building bridges. Those are good terms, I think.
Yeah.
So it is building a language of good terms, and terms that are maybe, as you said, it's sort of like the terms that were kind of put in as sort of traps or ways of falling into the abyss as the whole we're talking about, filling that in with love. Yeah. A hole in Malta. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
We know why we're here.
Yeah.
It's clearing land and clearing people. Even if we don't save, it's allowing others to clear themselves. And the land does need saving, so they're allowing me to use the word saving, right? Because it can't do it on its own. But it's very risky to use the word save all the time, because it has an inherent meaning which people don't really get. It's like in partnership, we work together.
Partnership, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, partnership.
in light. Yeah, we're not separate from light or the light beings or the earth. Like we're working together.
Right. And they always say we're kind of all equal in the eyes of the divine. We're no one's better than anybody else. We're just here to do our part in our clearing. And some of us might be a little farther ahead, be examples for others. And the ones that are actually that we're channeling are just a little bit farther ahead of us as examples. So it's all good.
Yeah, but that's then the way, like, if someone goes ahead, others can follow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and the one going ahead can help with the experience of the path he already went. So it's like,
Yeah,
that's what there is. Yeah, it's not about better or like better or worse or whatever. That's not. Yeah, we can get out of those of that way of thinking, because that's not what it's about. It's but we know that. Yeah, it's, we're all all good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
so I have some words.
Okay.
So yeah, it's the Christ, it's Astraea, and maybe some other light beings. So Wakan Kimikilo. So in about a week's time, Oklon Maikole, there'll be an opening of sorts. Enklon Mai Kalitikal, Ontlon Hilama Kuman Kalo. So within each of our heart spaces, an opening. Eron T Lon Maikilo, within each of us on the call. Enron T Likal. So we need to pay attention to the heart space this week. Ronton Li Laman on Lakal to Ki. So within each of us is a divine reunion key. Taman to call Hamai Lakal. So we allow each of you to dip into that understanding this week. Iron to Lakal. That each of you are divinity walking, talking and living on earth. Enron Timi Tikal. Honlon Tilon Kal Takai. So we allow you to bring forth that the easiest way to say it is that higher power within you, that higher spirit within your life, within your body. Ronton hula canticle. We allow you to do it bit by bit, step by step this week. Ronton hula pantanlacal. So within each of you is a piece of the divine plan. Ronton hula canticle. We allow you to look at that tonight. Hiron Anticular, to see your part in the plan this week. Huron Tikal, what you're going to do this next month. Hiron Tupantical, some clarity should be coming forth this week. Inron Hylacal will allow you to see in grace what you need to do next. Hiron Tulakal, it will be moving quickly through June. Huron Tataklical, so we want to have direct dominion over the earth. Hiron Tulakal, say the beings of light. Hiron Tuplakal, so we give you direct dominion over your heart space and the keys of light that they contain. Huron Takal Takai, Huron Takal Taki, Matakon Tintakal, Hublaclonical. Any thoughts?
Yeah. No, I guess it's just more of what we're doing, more light in our hearts, more energy coming in, more wisdom of what we're here to do.
Yeah.
Coming step by step. Yeah. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
seems to be more access that they're giving us.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love my life.
Okay, good.
I'm happy. Let's do it.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Oh.
So I have
Yeah.
else to add. It says the Christ, Astraea does. So the Christ gives us heart keys, and Astraea has something else.
Okay.
If we're all good for that.
Yeah.
Timon Tikal. So in the months to come, Hiron Tumaklake, Timlon Hulakal, Timanlake, Timanlakai, Lok Intical. I'll give you tentacles of being Christ, like Christ's energy on earth. Inron Taklikal. I'll open up dominions on earth for you to perform miracles within. Greg, Alenka, David. Hiron Taklikal. Tublaklan Tikal. Hear the clans of dragons in your hearts. Huron Taklikal. They will clear all before you, even armies. Enron Teklikal. No more doubt of what is coming. That the choirs of angels will sing within the hearts of people on earth. Hiron Taklikal. Tublakan Tiko. Here the clans rejoice in the reunion of men and women and children on earth. Hiron Tublakal. Tonlak Tikin Tikolake. Look to the sun's reunification with the earth. Inron Taklakal, the light of the earth, waking up piece by piece. Rinton Lakal Tikai, Pure Pontaki, Konmanke Lakantikal. No man can allow this, only the divine reunification of all that is on earth, the highest spirit coming through each one of you. Huron te lakal to Montlakai, to Mintikal to Ki. So in the months to come, there will be much rejoicing for you. Greg, for Sharon, even if she's not on the call, for Darinka, for Alenka, for Yasna. And yes, for you, David. Hiron taklakal, Tumunt lakai tiki, Huron tike, command lakal. So I allow you to command the dragons, Greg, for the work that needs to be done. Hiron taklakal, I give you the Christ energy codes, Alenka. Hilon taklakal, to open up that space within you. Hiron taklakal, to heal Malta. Tubun long kai, Tubun long kelakal. And I go now. So there's more tomorrow. We can do similar time, or we can do later. It might be easier to do later. We're traveling. Sorry, I've gone straight into talking. We haven't even debriefed. I don't feel so. Yeah. I mean, I do see what's happening with each of you. So as I communicate, I can see what's happening. I can see the Christ codes and your heart. So I'm not.
Look. Yeah, all good.
All right, happy days.
We can. I'm really tired now, so I don't mind if we like. I have you got something to share, Greg, before we talk about tomorrow's call.
Yeah. So I feel the dragons as you say that. I've kind of always kind of felt them, but kind of in the distance, like when Dorinka was working with them, and yeah, and Adanya. But I can sense them more now. There's maybe can direct them more. It's fine. I can direct them to dark portals, clear things. Yeah, just do their thing. It's good. I can do that.
And yeah, if you're wondering, they know where to go. Just ask them, and then you can send them there.
Okay, yeah, you definitely right. Ask them, yeah.
If you have them, if you have or if you have a sense, but you don't really know where to send them, then ask them. They know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are 52 states, so
you just
yeah. Yeah, where do they want to go next? Okay, go here. Yeah, go there. I'm just sending them to dark portals. Like, okay, just go to those. But if I need to direct you to each one, I can do that. Just they just say, okay, dark portal this state, go there and go there and go there and go there. Just do all 50 states. But if you need my direction, I will be there to help direct it.
Yeah, exactly. Could be that they're waiting for the clear like.
I'm just saying we're going to clear all 50 states. Yeah. I'm not getting that, but I will ask.
Yeah, I'm just saying what you said. Whether that's what they want, I don't know.
It can be anywhere.
Yeah. So I'll work with that. Send them around and do what Adanya showed us is something we need to work on, continue to work on here. I can do that. Sharon, I can do that. We've done that. We continue. Yeah, not a big deal. That's easy stuff.
Everyday life. That's what we do.
Yeah, closing portals. Yeah, doing there, done that. Just getting better at it. Okay. Yeah.
Emanating divine love.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Yep. Easy peasy. Yeah.
That's great. Lovely. Ah, God. Super. Shall we say
super.
tomorrow?
Yeah.
So it's 12 for you.
Okay. Okay. I think we can make that work.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're either going to be traveling, or we can kind of move our traveling to later after the call, probably, or later. Tomorrow. So yeah.
Does it help if it's an hour earlier?
Would make it work. I mean, like I said, I'll adjust my life around these calls. No, but why don't you just we can just set it at either noon or 9. So she wanted to spend time with her sister, so they're going to do some today and tonight, and I don't know how much they're going to try to do tomorrow or when, but they could probably adjust around our schedule too, because her sister and her brother-in-law will be here. So and maybe other people be here. So I don't know if it makes sense earlier here, which would be like the time we're down. Today we're trying to do that, but it didn't quite work because the rain was coming and they want to get their thing done there. So they might have already gone. I don't know. So
okay.
Why don't you send it out? I'll talk to her and then I'll email you if it makes sense earlier. If you guys could do either one.
Right.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. We're quite flexible tomorrow. We just have some traveling to do, but yeah.
What I'm receiving,
what makes sense?
It's like 4 to 5 our time might be good. So that would be an hour earlier with you. So that's like an 11 a.m. start, which might give you time.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Send that out. We'll make it work.
Yeah, if it doesn't work.
Well, I'll be here. I will be on because I'm dedicated to this stuff, like this is good stuff. You can't make this stuff up. You need to just be on the calls, just be on them.
No, I feel like my life.
That's what I'm hearing. Just make it happen. Everything else, just let it go.
It's like 360 degrees. My life looks nothing like what I thought it was.
Turn your life all around.
But it's so much better, and it's what I always wanted it to look like. And I don't make any effort.
Yeah.
Let's call it quits.
Yeah.
And that's a good example. That's
where it's at.
Okay. And are you? I had.
Sorry.
I had one more thing. One more.
Yeah.
So on the calls, are you putting them online at some point? Are you working on that piece?
Yeah, by next weekend.
Ah, perfect. Thank you.
We haven't sent them round
Thank you.
yet. Alenka's, do you want to talk about what you've done?
Oh right, yeah. I've worked on the people who does not who don't want to be seen, like from the beginning with Francesca. There was some call, and